Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we have learned about chemical properties of alkane and alkene in the last class. Before moving to our new subtopic, which is chemical properties of alcohol, I would like to revise with all of you about two chemical properties. The first one, the chemical properties of alkane, and the second one is the chemical properties of alkene, and how these two homologous series undergoes interconversion. Okay, so we have learned that alkene undergoes more chemical reactions than alkane because alkene consists of at least one double bond between carbon atoms. The double bond makes alkene more reactive than alkene. Chemical properties of alkenes that involve interconversions of two homologous series is when alkene added with hydrogen gas. Okay? This reaction is known as hydrogenation. When alkene added with hydrogen, it will form alkane. This is where the interconversion occurs. Okay, you have known that alkene has only single covalent bond between its carbon atoms. During hydrogenation, okay, the alkene must added with catalyst, which is nickel or platinum, okay, at temperature 180 degree Celsius. Okay, so next interconversion that involve in the chemical properties of alkene is when alkene undergoes addition reaction with water. Okay, this reaction is known as hydration. These reactions needs phosphoric acid as catalyst. The temperature is 300 degrees Celsius at 60 atmosphere. The product that will be formed is alcohol. Okay. The functional group of alcohol is hydroxyl. Okay, now we have learned from the alkene chemical properties there are two interconversion of homologous series. So today we will further our discussion on the chemical properties of alcohol. See you in the second part. Today we are going to learn about chemical properties and interconversions of compounds between homologous series. For your information, we are focusing on alcohol. Before we move to the chemical properties, we have to remember that this homologous series, okay, is the name is alcohol, and the functional group for this homologous series is OH. Okay, the name of these functional groups is hydroxyl group. So you have to remember the speciality, the difference between this homologous series and other homologous series that we have learned. Okay, for your information, because alcohol consists of oxygen, so it is considered is non-hydrocarbon. The most important thing yang selalu student buat silap ialah general formula. When you are writing the general formula, most students forget to write the N equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so jangan lupa you have to write the N. Okay, now we go to the preparation of alcohol. Okay, alcohol have two preparation methods. Okay, the first one is fermentation of glucose. So for your information, glucose comes from the food or source of carbohydrate. Okay, glucose ni adalah sejenis gula. Okay, gula yang lebih ringkas lah, ada sucrose, fructose dan sebagainya. But we are focusing on glucose. The chemical formula of glucose is C6H12 and O6. Okay, so glucose comes from apa-apa foods yang ada carbohydrate such as roti, nasi, starch, okay, grape juice and the list goes on lah. Okay, during this reaction, glucose akan reacted with zymase enzyme, okay, which comes from yeast. Okay, kalau awak perasan, kalau ibu kita buat kek atau roti, okay, yeast akan masuk. Okay, apabila yeast dimasukkan, okay, dia akan bebaskan gas carbon dioxide. Okay, bukan dia yang bebaskan. The reaction of yeast with the tepung, flour dan sebagainya itu akan membebaskan gas carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide yang menyebabkan kek kita akan naik tinggi gebu dan roti kita akan jadi fluffy. Okay, tetapi in this case, the yeast buat reaction yang almost the same, cuma during the fermentation, the mixture will be kept, okay, at 30 degrees Celsius, which is at room conditions, okay, and left for 3 days. So disebabkan fermentationnya agak lama, so dia akan hasilkan ethanol and satu lagi produk yang saya mention before this, iaitu carbon dioxide. Okay, so this reaction will produce ethanol. So we are focusing on the production of ethanol. Okay, so this is the apparatus setup for a reaction, okay, for fermentation reaction. Okay, so first of all, okay, the glucose solution will be added with yeast, okay, and distilled water and put into the conical flask. Okay, so conical flask here. Okay, the conical flask is stoppered, okay, with the delivery tube must be immersed in lime water. So here lime water is used to identify the gas release during the reaction. So macam mana kita nak cakap benda ni? Okay, the gas produced is channeled through lime water. If the lime water turns cloudy, that means carbon dioxide gas is released. Okay. And then this apparatus setup, as I've mentioned before, will be left at room temperature, which is 30 degrees Celsius for 3 days. Okay, and more lah. Tapi kalau terlalu lama, okay, fermentation yang terlalu lama, dia akan menghasilkan ethanol atau alkohol yang mempunyai percentage yang tinggi. So for your information, kalau alkohol mempunyai percentage yang tinggi, dia akan jadi memabukkan. So bila memabukkan tu kita tak boleh consume lah. Dalam daily life kita, fermentation ni biasa digunakan untuk prepare tapai. Tapi kalau awak perasan, kalau tapai fermentize more than 3 days, 4 to 7 days, so dia akan menyebabkan ada gassy dan menyebabkan ada pening kepala. Okay, di situ menunjukkan bahawa the percentage of the alcohol produced is high. Okay, after that, okay, kita akan masukkan mixture from the conical flask ni tadi into the round bottom flask. Round bottom flask will be set up, okay, like this. And then using the Liebig condenser, kita akan buat fractional distillation. Distillation lah untuk purify the product. Apa maksud kita nak purify? Okay, product in the conical flask ni tadi ialah glucose solution plus yeast plus the ethanol that have been produced. Okay, so dalam percampuran mixture tu kita nak dapatkan ethanol yang lebih tulen. So we will use fractional distillation. So sebab apa? Sebab the ethanol has boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius. When we heat the mixture, bila dia comes to 78 degrees Celsius, okay, the ethanol will vaporize and go through this funnel. Okay, and then dia akan masuk ke dalam Liebig condenser and undergoes condensation. Okay, dia akan tukar from the vapor, okay, gas, ethanol gas to liquid and can be collected. So the collected ones, okay, distillate di sini is the ethanol, pure ethanol. Okay, tadi kita tengok the first preparation method of alcohol specifically adalah ethanol. Okay, adalah melalui fermentation methods. The second preparation method of alcohol adalah yang telah kita pelajari during the interconversions of alkene, okay, which is hydration of ethene. So ethene, bila kita undergoes hydration, what is actually hydration? Okay, addition with water. Okay, so dia akan hasilkan ethanol. Okay, usually disebabkan this reaction occur at very high temperature and very high pressure. Okay, so this method only used in industry, okay, to produce large percentage of ethanol. Okay, so bear in mind, lagi sekali saya ingatkan kenapa kita perlu prepare the ethanol instead of yang alkohol lain. Ethanol ni sangat penting sebab dia banyak digunakan in daily life as fuel. Okay, dan salah satunya nanti kita akan tengok ethanol ni juga digunakan sebagai fuel in rocket. Okay, okay. Now we will move to the first chemical properties of alcohol. The first chemical properties of alcohol is combustion. Okay, same with alkane and alkene, because alcohol is organic substance. Therefore, alcohol will burn in oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. As mentioned before, the ethanol is a flammable substance and release large amount of heat during the combustion. That's why ethanol is used as fuel in rocket. And there are increase in research and development process on bioethanol as fuel. Okay, cikgu tak berniat untuk further lagi cerita tentang combustion sebab kita dah ada beberapa discussion before this about combustion. Okay, cuma in your notebook, please write a
chemical equation when butanol combusts in oxygen. Please make sure that you balance the equation. That is the first task for this lesson. Second chemical properties of alcohol is oxidation. So bear in mind, ini adalah pertama kali kita jumpa oxidation secara lebih terperinci. Before this, kita ada jumpa oxidation dalam chemical properties of alkene. Tapi cikgu tidaklah menunjukkan reaction yang berlaku sebenarnya. Okay? So in alcohol, okay, during the oxidation reaction, kita akan tambah alcohol with acidified potassium manganate 7 solution. Okay, the name of the reagent must be written completely. So acidified potassium manganate solution. So ini adalah example of oxidizing agent. So, apakah function of oxidizing agent ni? Fungsinya sebagai to supply oxygen to the reaction. Okay. So, during this reaction, the alcohol akan dipecahkan untuk menghasilkan satu compound yang baru, which is, okay, kita tengok perlahan-lahan ya. Okay, during the reaction, okay. So, kita akan dapat produk yang baru, iaitu dua produk, which is yang pertama, kalau anda perasan. Okay. So, dia ada satu functional group yang baru, which is, okay, kalau awak perasan, ialah C double bond OH. So, sebenarnya, the new product is carboxylic acid. So, cuba kita tengok ada berapa carbon atom per satu, 2. So, there are 2 carbon atom in carboxylic acid. So, the name is ethanoic acid. So, this oxidation of alcohol reaction adalah satu contoh interconversion of a homologous series. Maksudnya kita boleh ubah daripada alkohol menghasilkan carboxylic acid and water. Okay. Kalau awak perasan, okay, sebelum ni tadi, okay, saya tunjuk oxidizing agentnya berwarna purple. Okay, after the reaction, the purple oxidizing agent will change to, dah tak ada warna, jangan awak kata warna putih pula. Okay, dah tak ada warna kat situ. That means the purple oxidizing agent, acidified potassium manganate tadi, has changed to colorized. Okay, colorless, sorry. Okay, boleh juga kita cakap purple oxidizing agent decolorized. Okay, dihilangkan warnanya after the reaction. Okay, there are one more example. Okay, lepas ni cikgu akan tunjukkan. Untuk contoh yang kedua, okay, alkohol tadi cikgu tambahkan dengan acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution. Ingat, okay, kita tengok sama-sama warnanya adalah orange. So, di sini acidified potassium dichromate 6 solution function as oxidizing agent. Sama macam acidified potassium manganate 7 solution. Apa fungsi oxidizing agent tadi? To supply oxygen. Okay. So, before the reaction, kita akan nampak ada satu oksigen di kumpulan hidroksil. After the reaction, cuba kita tengok apa jadi. Okay. The oxidizing agent will change color from orange to green. Okay, while ethanol tadi ada satu oksigen, selepas oxidation reaction, dia akan jadi dua oksigen menghasilkan CH3. Okay, cikgu lukis balik semula dalam bentuk yang kita lebih nampak dia adalah ethanol COOH. So this one menunjukkan produk yang terhasil adalah carboxylic acid and water molecule. Okay, so mana datang oksigen daripada water ni adalah daripada oxidizing agent tu juga. Okay, so nanti kita akan tengok dia punya chemical equation and kita akan try to balance it during the discussion in weekly assignment. Okay. Now, cikgu nak kita sama-sama go through lab activity 2C. Okay, this one adalah reaction oxidation tadi. Okay, so this is the setup of apparatus. First, kita gunakan boiling tube. In the boiling tube, we add with acidified potassium dichromate solution. Kalau awak tengok warnanya warna orange kat situ. Okay. And kita akan letakkan, kalau kita nak cerita tentang eksperimen, so kita akan bagi tahu first dulu A, arahan, okay, action, which is add 5 cm cube of acidified potassium dichromate solution into a boiling tube. Okay, and then kita add with concentrated sulfuric acid. Kalau kita dah guna acidified potassium dichromate, tak perlulah tambah concentrated. Tapi kalau daripada yang cikgu tuliskan di sini, okay, cikgu tak mention dia sebagai acidified lagi. So, cikgu perlu added with concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. After that, okay, kita heat the mixture gently. Okay, tak perlu kuat-kuat sebab ada concentrated sulfuric acid kat situ. After that, we add with ethanol drop by drop. Okay, so then kita panaskan lagi secara perlahan-lahan ataupun kita boleh sebut warm the mixture until the color of the acidified potassium dichromate change from orange to green. Okay, and then bila kita panaskan, ethanoic acid yang terhasil tadi akan vaporize and lalu di dalam delivery tube ni dan condense menghasilkan distillate di sini. So this distillate adalah CH3COOH, ethanoic acid supposed to be lah. Okay, so bila dipanas yang wap yang panas dilalukan dekat cold water, dia akan condense. Condensation occur. Okay, hasilkan ethanoic acid. So this ethanoic acid kita dip with blue litmus paper. Okay, jika dia change from blue to red, okay, that means betul lah sebab ethanoic acid adalah sejenis weak acid. Okay, so further question about this activity awak boleh tanya pada saya masa sesi online kelas kita. The third chemical properties of alcohol is dehydration of alcohol. This is actually the reversible reactions of hydration of alkenes. So, before this, kita tengok alkene akan added with water in the form of steam. Okay, pada suhu 300 degree Celsius at 60 atm to produce ethanol. Okay, in dehydration reaction, okay, the alcohol will added with dehydrating agent. Maksudnya agent or chemicals yang mengeluarkan water from the molecules. Okay, so antara contoh dehydrating agent yang we can use in this reaction is hot porcelain chips, hot aluminium oxide, hot alumina, or hot concentrated sulfuric acid. Bukan guna semua, either one of these agent. Okay, the product of the reactions adalah yang kita pernah tengok sebelum ni, which is the water is being removed. Okay, saya dah tanda kat situ. And the product is ethene and water. Okay, because water molecule is being removed from the molecule. Okay, so this ethene kita akan tengok nanti dalam eksperimen macam mana kita nak confirm that the product form is ethene. Okay, now we move to the lab activity 2C. Okay, ini adalah setup of apparatus. How do we do dehydration of alcohol? Kalau hydration of alkene kita tak boleh buat di makmal, tapi dehydration of alcohol terbalik daripada dia. Okay, we can do it in our lab. Okay, we will use only boiling tube. Okay, where the glass wool will be soaked with ethanol. Okay, dibasahkan glass wool ni rupanya macam kapas. Okay, kapas cotton tu. Okay, tetapi dia adalah sebenarnya kaca yang di blended. Okay, di blend supaya hancur macam tu. So, dia bahaya sikit lah. Kita tak boleh pegang dengan tangan dan kita mesti pakai mask. Sebab habuk dia tu, abu dia tu, okay, boleh masuk di dalam hidung dan melukakan. Okay, boleh masuk dalam mata juga. Okay, so we have to use goggles and face mask, okay, during this reaction. So the glass wool tadi soaked with ethanol and inserted into the end section of boiling tube. Okay, after that we have to arrange the porcelain chips. Okay, but we have to make sure that the boiling tube is clamped horizontally. Okay, melintang macam tu, so that the porcelain chips tidaklah terjatuh. Okay, so kita arrangekan sehingga porcelain chips itu memenuhi ruang boiling tube. And then we will heat the porcelain chips strongly so that dia boleh menjalankan functionnya as dehydrating agent. So then kita warmkan glass wool tadi so that the ethanol vaporize. Okay, bila ethanol vaporize, dia akan lalu, okay, uapnya akan lalu through the hot porcelain chips. The hot porcelain chips akan remove the water molecule from the alcohol. So, gas yang lalu dalam delivery tube ini lalu masuk ke dalam test tube adalah ethene gas. Okay, the ethene gas doesn't have colors. Okay, they're colorless. So, we have to collect the product into 2 test tube and we will identify the product using 2 methods. Okay, 2 methods, which is the first one adalah dengan bromine water. Kalau anda ingat lagi, alkene will undergoes halogenation bila kita added dengan chlorine, bromine or iodine. Okay, and the second test adalah acidified potassium manganate. So, alkene juga boleh react dengan acidified potassium manganate sebab dia undergoes oxidation to produce diol. So, warna bromine water ni tadi brown will change to colorless, while acidified potassium manganate, the color is purple, will change to colorless juga. So, if that occur, that means gas yang terhasil tadi adalah ethene. Okay, so that's all untuk chemical properties of alcohol.